Hey guys, welcome back to another video from Astro Divine. I hope you guys are liking the content that is produced in this channel. The aim is to spread the knowledge of Vedic astrology, and please like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you stay up to date with the latest astrology videos. In this video, we are going to discuss how exactly the nature or the personality of a woman or a girl changes based on the Venus placement. This is a very unique concept that not a lot of people are aware of. So basically how this works is according to Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, which is an ancient astrology technique, or you could understand that like a different school of thoughts when you compare it to Parashara. Parashara is a different school of thought, and Bhrigu Nandi Nadi is a different school of thought. In Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, for a man, Jupiter is the Jivakaraka. So Jupiter signifies the individual or the Jataka. Very similar to that, how exactly do things work in a female chart? So if you look at the chart and you find Venus in a particular sign or in a particular house, that gives you the biggest clue about how the woman is going to be like, about her nature, about her character, and about her total personality traits. So today we are going to be going over all the signs and discussing how exactly Venus shapes the personality of a woman when it goes in different signs. So if you open up astrological birth chart and if you find Venus is in the sign of Aries for a woman, you have to treat this like a Venus-Mars conjunction. In this case, Venus, that is the lady, has the influence of Mars. Since Mars is a very physical planet, this individual would love to do physical things. Meaning, this lady can be into sports. She could be into playing sports, or she could love to keep herself fit, going to the gym regularly, and all those sort of things. She could be an athlete. All those sort of things are applicable when you find Venus in Aries, or when there is a Venus Mars conjunction. Also, this is a yoga where the husband and wife are always together, because Venus is the female and Mars is the male, and since they are sitting together, it gives a yoga where they're always together. And also, if Venus is approaching towards Mars, meaning if the degrees of Venus is lower than that of Mars, this is considered very lucky for the husband, where he can see some rise in his life after the marriage. You should also see if there is any separative planet or a malefic influence in the trines to this Venus Mars, because if there is any such malefic influence, there is a possibility of a separation as well. If you find Venus is in Taurus, this is a really good placement for Venus, and Venus is in its own sign. So you will find a lot of Venusian energy in the individual. So in this case, the female will be very beautiful. She will have a very photogenic face. She will have a good smile as well. And since Taurus is the sign of food, in this case, this can make someone a food lover as well. You have to see other planets that are in trine to this Venus. If there is a Rahu in trine with Venus, this person will be a lover of exotic food. They will also love foreign food as well. In terms of other predictions that you can make with Venus and Taurus, this person will be business minded. They will also come from a wealthy family. They will expect a very comfortable life, and they'll be very comfort loving. And since the Venusian energy is high in this placement, they will have a taste for all the finer things in life. In a female's chart, when you find Venus is in Gemini, this is like a conjunction of Venus and Mercury. Since Venus is in Gemini, this female is going to be sort of very young looking. Since Gemini is a dual sign, this person might have a dual personality, and this person will also have very strong communication. They would have a strong interest in social media as well. And Gemini is sort of a person who has many hobbies, but they find it really hard to convert that into a profession. So, this woman might have many hobbies and have many interests, and she could be good at doing many things, but it is difficult for her to turn that into a profession. So, those are some of the predictions that you can make for Venus in Gemini. And let's say if Venus is in Gemini and there is Mars conjunct this Gemini, this Venus. So this is a female who can be very good at cooking, because Mars is fire and Venus is the individual herself, and Gemini is skills. So that is how you have to look at the personality. Whenever you find Venus is in Cancer, if a female has her Venus placed in the sign of Cancer, this female is going to be very emotional. She will have a motherly nature. She will be very nurturing, and also this gives a chance for that female to have interest in cooking as well, if Mars is in trine with this Venus. Cancer is also very motherly and homely sign, so this makes them very homely and very moody as well. And one more thing that you can see from this placement is, you can consider Sun as the central government and Moon as the state government. So whichever state this female belongs from, she might have connection with some local government bodies, that is the state government bodies. So this is one more thing that I have noticed, that Venus in Cancer gives connection with the local government bodies as well. Whenever we find Venus in Leo, if a female has Venus in Leo, this gives rise to a very royal type of personality. There is no need that they should be from a royal family, but still, if the female has Venus in Leo, they will just have that royal personality in them. They will also have some sort of connection with the government. And these sort of people will be extremely social. They will also be extroverts, and generally we see that the father of this individual plays a strong role in shaping their personality. And these people are natural born leaders, and leadership comes naturally to them. So if you leave them with a group of girls, they emerge out as a sort of a leader to lead the pack of people that they are with. Whenever in a female chart, if you find Venus is in Virgo, Virgo is the debilitation sign of Venus. So in such a chart, what happens to the individual is, Virgo is the sign of analysis and nitpicking. So the woman in this case becomes really good at analysis. She could be really great at doing technical things. In many cases, it is seen that she could be either working as a lawyer or a healthcare professional, or she could be into technical things. So this also gives great analytical thinking. These people are really good at nitpicking, finding faults in different things. They also have a tendency to be very good at accounting. And these people become natural healers, and they also have great knowledge of medicine, and they also have a service mentality. Another thing that is associated with such women is, they like to do things in order, and they don't like chaos. So that is one more thing about Venus and Virgo. So, in a female chart, if you find that Venus is in Libra, this is also one of the best placements for Venus. Libra is the Mula Trikona sign placement for Venus. So when Venus gets associated with Libra, this female is going to be very beautiful. She will have the knowledge of the market. It could be of any market. It need not be anything related to stock market or any other market. So generally, in when Venus is in Libra, this sort of people have knowledge of the beauty industry, and so that works out really good for them as well. And one more thing that is associated with Venus and Libra is these people are extremely social, and they're also very charming people. So these are the sort of people that you meet and you get charmed. They're extremely good at maintaining public relationships as well, and in general, business suits these sort of individuals. So, in a female chart, whenever you find that Venus is in Scorpio, this is also like a conjunction of Venus and Mars. But here, the energy of Mars is very transformative. So, here you can look at the eighth aspect of Mars, so which is a special aspect. So, here this talks about the transformative power of the sign of Scorpio. So, in this case, the female is going to have many transformations in her life. There are many conditions where she has had to, take a 180-degree turn in her life. So you would find that a person would have Venus in Scorpio. This also gives rise to a very secretive personality. They don't like to, show off things in open. They are also extremely passionate and aggressive when it comes to their own personality, and they are also very revengeful. And one more thing that is observed is they get hurt very quickly for small things, and they tend to take revenges, which is not the most conducive placement for Venus in terms of relationships. One more thing that is seen is these sort of individuals come into easy money. They oftentimes it is seen that they get a big inheritance, which works out really good for them. So, if a female has Venus in the sign of Sagittarius, this gives rise to a very adventurous personality. So, they love exploring foreign cultures. Generally, it is seen that they love to go to foreign countries and probably stay for some time and explore the culture and these sort of things. Since Venus is getting associated with the knowledge of Jupiter, these people are extremely well educated and wise, and oftentimes they are not very happy with just attaining a degree or any sort of education. So what they do is they are always interested in higher education, and they often pursue PhDs and MTech and these sort of higher education. And one more thing that is seen here is the father has a major impact in their lives. So this also works out really well for them. So the father has a major say in their personalities. So whenever you find Venus is in the sign of Capricorn, so in this case Venus is in the sort of natural 10th house, and Venus is coming under the influence of Saturn. So in such a case, this gives rise to a very mature personality. You could also find that this person is very serious, and there is a chance that they are extremely career oriented, and more often they are sort of very successful in their careers. And one more thing that you will see that in terms of home and family life, they could be the breadwinner of the family, and generally they like to take responsibility, and they aren't the most playful types, I would say. So, whenever a female has Venus in the sign of Aquarius, which is the natural 11th house, so here it makes the lady extremely friendly. She also has large friend circles generally, and since Venus is coming under the influence of Rahu here, since Aquarius is co-lorded by Rahu, these sort of people are extremely good at social media, digital marketing. They could be into all these sort of fields, and generally they make money from social media and internet. So also Rahu represents foreign things, so they would have a deep interest towards understanding foreign culture and moving towards foreign lands. So, whenever you find Venus in the sign of Pisces for a female, generally this is an indication that this female is coming from a very good, ethical, and a rich family. There is a chance that she is born and raised in a family that was sort of well off. Venus being in the sign of Jupiter, this gives rise to a very sensual personality. They're also very loving and caring. At times, this person can be moody, and generally, these sort of people are at a later stage in life. They tend to get lazy and take the spiritual route in the life. Since Venus is getting influenced by the Jupiter, uh, at some point of life they become extremely wise and are able to impart a lot of knowledge to their peers.